Greetings all, this is Hairy Nick.
And this is a less hairy Justin.
Righto, welcome back. It's been a little while since we've sat down to record. Had to take a little break, but...
Little breaky break.
Sometimes life makes you need to take breaks, and that's completely okay, but... We do have a new Star Wars X-Wing ship to talk about for the miniature game, and it is worth pointing out before we dive into this that, a bit of a stuff up with supply from FFG. We actually don't have one yet, which makes us very sad.
Yeah, I think we're at least about a week away before getting this and Bonreg's tie.
We're about a week after it should have come out here.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit of an issue here in Australia, like half the suppliers, there's two suppliers. One of them got it, one of them didn't, from the sounds of it. Just a bit of a stuff up. And look, us Australians are used to getting everything early, so this is absurd. No, honestly, early or late, whatever, I don't care. I just prefer everyone gets everything on time. That's the fair thing for everyone.
As long as we get to fly them and have fun.
That's the main thing. And we will eventually. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, hey, it would be better if FFG fixed up this kind of stuff. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. Let's talk about this new ship, the Fireball, and just discuss what kind of impact it might have on the meta, because indeed, it has now entered in at one of these really cheapish ships.
Yes, the Initiative 2, which is the generic, is sitting at 26 points.
Which is a point more than the Gold Squadron Trooper on the Torrent Fighter, and 4 points more than both the Bandit Squadron Pilot and the Binyari Pirate on the Z95 Headhunter. So we're sort of sitting around that points band. We're not really comparing this to like the TIE Fighter or like the Vulture Droid. In terms of the stats, 2 red dice, 2 green dice, and 5-ish health. It's kind of weird to... make sense of this.
Yeah, realistically, it starts off at 5 health with the ability. So.
Yeah, that's it, because you have to put a face down damage card on it straight away. I mean, you can make the argument that, you can use Astromex to repair that damage. Not that difficultly either. It's perfectly reasonable to do in the middle of a game.
What is it, R5? He's the one that does normal damage cards?
Yeah, the R5 Astromech, or Bucket, as we're going to take a look at in a second. So... bit hard to quantify, but in terms of where it sits in that points band, it is a point more than the Gold Squadron Trooper. I think that seems about right. It's got a much better dial than the Torrent Fighter.
Yeah, also the ability to have Slam.
Yes, big time. Usually you don't see dials this good next to Slam, which is not insignificant.
Yeah, there's only 2 other ships that have Slam.
The K-Wing and the Alpha Class Starwing. We don't have Burnout Slam in the game, so we can't do like any big ship with Illicit anymore. Doesn't work. So it's just these 3 ships. And the way it does slam is actually quite unique because of some of these upgrade cards, which we'll talk about in a second. We'll just go through these pilots first. As we said, the generic Initiative 2 at 26 points. Going up through the points, Initiative 1, R1J5, which I'll just call Bucket from now on. Before you expose one of your damage cards, you may look at your face-down damage cards, choose one, and expose that card instead, which plays around with a lot of what's it's doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the upgrade card as well, which would be quite handy, but similar kind of design space. It makes sense for the pilot and upgrade card to be similar. That's quite handy because of the way it works with the baked-in ability. You can get value from exposing your damage cards, and I suppose if you have several, you're likely to have one that's not consequential.
Yeah, and also,
agency is always good.
Also, the fact that Bucket is a droid, so he has the Calculate token as opposed to the Focus, means that C-3PO...
Yep, that C-3PO list, it is right there on the cusp, taking over the meta. I hope. It'd be fun. I don't know.
It'd be nice to see, wouldn't it?
I like my droids in the Scum faction. I'd like to see... non-CIS droid stuff happening. It's always good fun. Pretty cool pilot. Doesn't have the Astromech, has a crew instead. I mean, with the crew slot, you could put on Holdo. That's kind of fun. You could give disarm tokens to your buddies. That's kind of stupid. I like stupid.
Definitely stupid.
I mean, yay, your really bad ship gets to shoot. Whoop-de-doo.
And now... Ray on the Falcon can't shoot. Yay!
Perfect.
Yeah.
The perfect choice. That's it.
What you need.
Next level plays right there. Okay, let's go up to the next pilot. Jarek Yeager, Initiative 5. While you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, if you are damaged, you can execute red basic maneuvers even while stressed. If you're critically damaged, you can execute red advanced maneuvers even while stressed. So just looking at this dial, the basic maneuvers are the 3 hards and 4 straight, and the non-basic red maneuver is those Talon rolls.
Basically, it means that at the very first turn, you can move 8 forward.
So with combination with this, Advanced Slam and Coaxium Hyperfuel, you can do a Talon roll back to where you started, and then do another maneuver, I suppose.
So you've gotten nowhere, you've taken 2 stress.
R1J5 bucket can allow you to do an action on a card.
So
this can do some really flashy, inconsequential things.
I mean, like you can Talon roll one way and then Talon roll the other.
Oh, absolutely. I am kidding. This can do some really dumb stuff. Jarek Yeager is really cool because he's Initiative 5. And having that kind of agency on Initiative 5 pilot's awesome. It is on a ship with 2 red dice and 2 green dice. So at the end of the day, how awesome is that?
I mean, look at an A-Wing.
I suppose so. I mean, look, Coaxium Hyperfuel, Bucket, Advanced Slam, maybe Heroic. 45 points. It's not terrible. Yeah, it's about the same as a Lulo build if you do Heroic and maybe one other card, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's some fun stuff you can do there. It's very different, though.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to think of where this could fit later on. If you could do, 2 X's and A and Yeager. And
a Fireball, I suppose. I am worried about this competing alongside X's and A's because they have 3 dice naturally, whether it be on defense and offense. It's a big deal.
Well, speaking of...
Oh, yes. Let's talk about Kazuto Xiono. This pilot looks legit. Has been costed the highest. I think that is correct by FFG to do that.
Yeah, even at Initiative 4, which is a step down from Yeager, he's definitely got the better ability.
But look, he is the best pilot in the galaxy, so it doesn't make what's going on there.
Yeah.
But the point we're trying to make here is that ability, a lot of the time, is just, hey, I have 3 red dice, 3 green dice.
Yeah.
That's just it. Yeah.
Well, when versing aces, you're fine. When you're versing swarms,
I mean, if you're fighting against Initiative 6s, the only time that they will not be granting you the extra dice is when you are literally dead. So that feels like upside. It feels like, you're losing anyway, so oh well.
Yeah.
As your ship's going down in flames, I'm throwing 2 green dice. Who cares?
Yeah.
But against ace lists, which are not that irrelevant, I mean, yeah, against vulture swarms, this kind of sucks. But at the same time, you can just take bucket and...
Well, I mean, I think also...
heal your ship.
Yeah, you've still got him with Slam, so you can still fly around, find the perfect spot to start taking out those vultures.
Yeah, it's not...
slowly.
It's not completely ridiculous. Plus, they're always flying alongside some kind of commander, so... You're still going to get some value out of Kazuto. I mean, obviously, it's like those first order ace lists that this is just going to shine against.
Oh, yeah.
This is the list that does not actually want to shoot null at all. Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, it's designed to be good against things like Vader and Kylo and Von Rick. Obviously.
Definitely Von Rick, yeah.
That's it. And the whole idea is you have a ship that has this immense upside situationally. I mean... At the end of the day, if you're fighting against an ace list, there's just no situation in some lists where your opponent has agency to outdo this. That's why it costs 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, I think costed it accordingly.
Yeah, honestly, my gut says it could be a bit higher, but at the same time, it's those blank situations where you're against the vulture swarm and you go, wow, okay, this just does nothing, and I feel great about this choice.
Yeah.
But seriously, I could imagine, I'm thinking about tournament play and tournaments I've gone to where I'm going, yep, this just would have been 3 red dice, 3 green dice for 90% of that tournament.
Yeah.
And that feels pretty good. It feels really, really good. And this is the kind of thing where I'm looking at things like a basic build if we chuck on Heroic as well. Heroic, Bucket, Coaxium Hyperfuel, Advanced Slam. 52 points feels pretty tight on that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think this really has the possibility of going places.
Absolutely. I think Jarek Yeager, yes, really cool, potential. Kazuto Xiono is the pilot that I'm going, oh, yeah, okay. If there is some kind of a shell, and I know I sound like a broken record saying this kind of stuff, it's got to have some kind of way of balancing alongside those A-Wings, those X-Wings, which are just doing all the work in the meta right now. And that's really, really cool. Okay, with all that in mind, let's jump over to the spread and just take a look at all these upgrades we get in this pack. Got a copy of Snapshot, Magpulse Warheads, we have Advanced Slam, and we have Targeting Computer. Now, the stuff that is unique and new for this pack, let's take a look at those. So, Bucket, we were just talking about before, but let's actually bring up the card and isolate it by itself. 3 charges. While you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you can perform actions on damage cards, even while stressed. Then after you repair a damage card with the ship trait, you may spend 1 charge to repair that card again. And Bucket costs 6 points, which feels very solid to me.
Yeah, that 100%. He's going to do a lot of work.
Do you think there's any possibility of Bucket going on a ship other than the Fireball? I mean, it's obviously amazing on the Fireball because it always has a damage card. It always, at least, is going to have a damage card during every game. But
I think an X-Wing might take it.
Yeah,
occasionally.
Yeah, the X-Wing with 4 hull, 3 shield. It's not ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's about being able to repair those ship cards. It's that reliability. I'm not so confident. I mean, we go over to like the Resistance Transport, 5 hull, 3 shields. Yeah. Feels a little bit more likely at that point.
That's basically the same as the Fireball at that stage.
I suppose so. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. Something with layer on it, something that's very high priority.
Yeah,
especially with those full stops, you're going to get straight. I mean, that dial is just full of red. So it gives Bucket a lot of potential value. I think the Resistance Transport is maybe the other one. Arguably X-Wings. Yeah, it could be interesting. And we're going to have, at some point, Y-Wings on this faction. So
B-Wings, possibly as well.
B-Wings don't have Astromechs, though. Yeah.
But they might in the new...
that's it.
J.J. Abrams, he loves his droids.
J.J. Abrams loves his droids, that's true, so it might get Astromech. It's very unlikely, but who knows. Obviously very good on things like Kaz and Jarek, but I think there is some outside potential for this kind of thing. Coaxium Hyperfuel, we've spoken about it before, but now we have a bit more context, so let's go through it again. It's an illicit but requires the slam action, so it's literally only this ship right now. You can perform the slam action even while stressed, which is the stuff we were talking about before with Jarek. If you do, you suffer 1 critical damage unless you expose one of your damaged cards. Pretty handy on the Bucket pilot as well. After you partially execute a maneuver, you may expose one of your damaged cards or suffer a critical damage to perform a slam action.
Yeah, it gives you more ability to use the slam action.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think when that's going to help. I'm just imagining the oh crap, I bump into the front of a vulture swarm and do a talon roll out the side to try and avoid most of the shots and maybe shoot one of them up the rear. Yeah, it's probably Magical Christmas Land kind of thinking there. The main thing here is I like the fact that you're able to perform slams while stressed. And you're exposing one of your cards, but if you're doing shenanigans, especially on the Fireball where you flip a card, flip it face down, flip a card, flip it face down.
If you know what the damage card is...
You have agency to maybe make it not so bad.
Yeah, not so much cheese the game, but work it to your advantage.
There's going to be plenty of situations, and people are going to plan on doing this in a tournament and go, I'm just going to, get a damage card which doesn't affect me, but then they're going to have to try and repair it, or they're not going to get the right damage card at the right time. Look, I don't see this being just something, as you said, that you just cheese out and win games with, but I like what it can do. I like what it... bottom line is you can do slams while stressed or you're bumping. That's kind of dumb and fun, and it's... I love dumb illicits. Moving on finally to Kaz's Fireball, the title for this ship. Only 2 points as well.
Oh, that's pretty cheap, isn't it?
It's pretty good considering what it does. During the setup, when you're resolving explosions with wings, which is the card that gives you a face-down damage card, you can search your damage deck for a ship trait card, which again is very, very powerful.
Especially with Bucket.
And especially with Coaxium Hyperfuel. You can control what card you're exposing. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
Then you shuffle the damage deck. You can perform actions on damage cards even while ionized. So you can take Disabled Power Regulator, for example, as one of those ship cards, and then you can still perform actions on other cards when it goes off.
Yeah, but you're going to be repairing this card...
You're still getting ionized, so it's not great, but it's upside, I guess. I mean, end of the day, maybe you want to just do 1 straight, and this is not so bad. I mean, options are always good, I suppose.
Exactly, and it does telegraph your next move, but
that's true.
I think it's okay.
Also, feedback array is kind of interesting with that as well. I mean,
Ooh.
you're taking actions on the damage card. That's what you're able to do. So it's not like you can just take actions while you're ionized. That'd be awesome. But feedback array, considering the ship can actually utilize damage in some kind of weird upside, it's kind of dumb.
So
I like it. I like these kind of dumb things we can do with this ship.
So this could be a good way to actually attack the vulture swarm. You just fly it straight in there.
Oh, you got to have them all at range 0, though. It's not like you can zap them at range 1 like you used to be able to. Still cool.
Yeah, but if you're slamming into them...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And if it stuffs up, you can still slam out of it with Axiom hyperfuel.
Yeah.
There is so many dumb things this ship can do.
Well, you can't get out of there with coaxium.
No, I know, and then use feedback array. But it's like if you stuff it up, you can... Yeah, I know. I know what you're thinking. It's like, no, I don't know. This ship's really dumb. Look, I don't think this is going to be something you're going to swarm. 26 points. You can do 7 of them with, like, coaxium hyperfuel. That sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I like kind of dumb at the same time. It's like, no, I think I'd rather be having a swarm of Zeds or TIE fighters or...
Yeah, I think the TIFO, 8 of them.
Oh, yeah, big time. I think in terms of swarms, that's what we're looking at. I like these named pilots on this ship. I think they're most likely to do something meta-wise.
I think all 3 of them have unique abilities and different ways to go about it.
Yeah, but my money's on Kaz right now.
Yeah.
To do some real cool, fun, busted stuff.
Well, either Kaz or Bucket, I reckon, are the 2.
Not Jarek. No love for Jarek.
I like Jarek.
He has sick dreadlocks.
He does. He does. I was a big fan of the TV show. Well, not a big fan, but I enjoyed watching it.
It's fun. It's a bit of fun. Anyway, we're getting off topic, so let's wrap up the video here. As more information on X-Wing comes out, we will cover it here on the channel. In the meantime, do not forget to like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Reddit. Also, there is a Patreon for the channel, which is really, in terms of financial support, the best thing we can be doing for this channel right now. Obviously, subbing is fantastic, but unfortunately, the YouTube ad revenue just isn't fantastic right now.
It isn't there?
Well, let's be honest. Yeah. Look, even if you can consider chipping in $1 on Patreon, I understand a lot of people can't, but if you can consider it, I always appreciate that. Thank you so much to everyone that has already done that. You guys are absolutely awesome, and we'll both catch you in the next video.
Bye.